What's up, guys? Today on People Now. Hello, Facebook Live.
I couldn't even believe my ears when I got the call that MJ wanted to shoot my daughters and me.
Christie Brinkley is back in her bikini for Sports Illustrated with her beautiful daughters.
Britney Spears breaks her silence on her niece Maddie's tragic accident.
A surprise engagement during the Super Bowl has gone viral.
Army Lynn Myers, will you marry me?
We've got that proposal for you.
Plus,
to think that you won't have that, it's heartbreaking.
For crying out loud,
The Bachelor bawling.
the girls all end up in tears.
We are breaking things down this morning.
Good morning, People.com and Facebook Live. Welcome to People Now. Happy Tuesday. We're glad to have you here. We've got a star-packed show today. And Bachelor Nation, don't you worry, because we are breaking down last night's very emotional episode in just a little bit. But first, can we just talk about Christie Brinkley for a second here? This woman can do no wrong. The 63-year-old supermodel is proving that age ain't nothing but a number in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue coming out very soon. This time, she's posing with her equally gorgeous daughters, Alexa and Sailor. In honor of these wow-worthy pictures, Facebook Live, our question of the day is for you. Who is your favorite model? Let us know in the comments. We'll reveal your answers live right here on the show in just a few minutes. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Beginning with this sad story, Britney Spears has broken her silence about her niece Maddie's horrifying ATV accident this past weekend. The pop superstar posted on Twitter and Instagram a sweet photo of Maddie, Jamie Lynn Spears' 8-year-old daughter, and captioned the pic, "Need all the wishes and prayers for my niece," ending the post with a purple heart emoji. A source telling People that Britney has flown to Louisiana to be with her family. According to a statement by the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards that was obtained by People, the ATV accident occurred on Sunday afternoon shortly before 3 p.m. Contrary to early reports, the accident did not take place on a hunting trip, but on family property in full view of Jamie Lynn and her husband Maddie's stepfather, Jamie Watson. The dramatic police report explains the horrific situation in detail, explaining how Jamie Lynn watched her daughter drive the ATV into a pond, but was unable to rescue her from underwater. Maddie was steering the ATV about 100 yards from her parents when she took a hard right to avoid running over a nearby drainage ditch. The police report explains in doing so, she overcorrected, causing the ATV to enter the pond. The ATV and child were instantly submerged in the water right before their eyes. The report goes on to say, within seconds, the child's mother, stepfather, and other family members reached the pond, dove in, attempted to rescue her to no avail. She was trapped and secured by the seatbelt and the ATV's safety netting. Within 2 minutes, ambulance services arrived and assisted in freeing the child from the cold waters. Maddie is currently in stable but critical condition at a nearby hospital. The report concluded by asking to keep the Spears family in your constant prayers and respect their privacy. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with the Spears family as well during this horrific time. Make sure to stay with People.com for updates on this developing story. Now moving on to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 89th Academy Awards nominees, class of 2016.
Hollywood's elite got together for a pretty epic celebration on Tuesday at the annual Oscar nominees luncheon. Hamilton creator Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's nominated for the song How Far I'll Go from Moana, compared the event to his high school prom. Watch this.
It's the best prom ever, man. I mean, I remember my high school prom. This is better than that. My mom met Denzel Washington, so that's dope.
Yeah, meeting Denzel would be pretty dope. Director and screenwriter Barry Jenkins is nominated for his amazing film Moonlight and opens up about sitting next to Steven Spielberg at the event. Watch this.
You know, it's something changed this morning for sure. I mean, I sat next to Steven Spielberg at my table, and he had seen my film. I was like, wow, this is, you know, they say you're in a group of your peers, but I think this morning solidified that.
Yeah, I've covered that event a few times. So fascinating to hear the conversations between the stars in that room. Now watch this.
I couldn't even believe my ears when I got the call that MJ wanted to shoot my daughters and me. I was thrilled.
The three of us shooting on set together was really fun.
It was definitely entertaining, a little bit of a reality TV moment.
There we go. Christie Brinkley first covered the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 1979. For decades thereafter, she toured the world, posing in one exotic location after another before hanging up the barely there bikinis in 2004. But now, at the age of 63, she is returning to the SI Swim family, proving her agelessness once again. This time, Brinkley is joined by her 31-year-old daughter, Alexa Ray Joel, and her 18-year-old daughter, Selah Brinkley Cook, in the magazine on newsstands everywhere February 15th. Brinkley says their encouragement was key to getting her back in her bikinis. She also says that she hopes this shoot sparks a conversation about ageism, telling Sports Illustrated, in a country that's very ageist, people love to put you in little boxes. Women feel very limited by their numbers. On a personal level, I thought, if I can pull this off, I think it will help redefine those numbers and remove some of the fear of aging. We'll have even more behind-the-scenes footage from Christie and her daughters in just a little bit. Stay tuned for that.
I mean, it's insane how she looks.
It's
crazy.
Really, she does a great job.
Yeah, so let's check in with Facebook Live. Cheryl's watching in Queensland, Australia. Good day, Cheryl. My accent.
Nice.
Our question of the day is, who's your favorite model in honor of the insanely beautiful, never-aging Christie Brinkley?
Terry says, that is just insane how great Christie looks. Geez, I'm jealous.
Terry and I are on the same page. We said the same thing. Edward says, my favorite model is Chrissy Teigen.
I think we agree with that.
Yes,
and favorite social media person.
Yes, definitely.
On to the sad news from Britney and Jamie Lynn Spears family. You guys are sending your thoughts and prayers to them. Mary says, that's terrible. Prayers to the Spears family.
And Polly says, hey from New Zealand, thoughts and prayers to you, Maddie.
Yeah, and keep those Facebook comments coming in, guys. We're going to check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea Boehlke, even more trending news.
Yes, Jeremy. All right, well, Aubrey Sellers may be new to the country music scene, but the talented daughter of Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jason Sellers is certainly learning fast. The edgy garage country singer is currently on tour with two-time Grammy winner Miranda Lambert. Although the pair have only been touring for a few short weeks, Aubrey's already received some pretty great advice from the country veteran. She also gave us an update on Miranda's recent comments that she started drinking a little extra since her very public divorce from Blake Shelton. Check this out. Will you be attending the Grammys, though, to cheer her on?
We're going to be on the road.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we'll be on tour. So we'll be hopefully we'll be having a celebration on the road for her.
Do you know if she's nervous at all for anything?
I think Miranda has a level head, and I'm sure she appreciates all of that stuff, but I think she's not too into it. And I mean, she would appreciate winning, of course, but I think that she's always focused on the music and just focused on the people who are out there on tour, buying tickets to see her.
She's great. She's focused on the music. She opens up about her life. Look, obviously we all know what she's gone through with Blake, and as they've split over the past year or two, whatever, and all that's gone on there. She recently spoke out saying that at a concert or something, she said she's been drinking a little extra post-divorce, which you alluded to there, the 2 bars, whatever. Is that how she's making it through? Like, I mean, obviously she's playing around.
She's always like that, though. She's always been fun.
She is fun with
what I mean? She's got an Airstream on the road that's converted into a bar called Wander the Wanderer,
right.
And that's kind of the chill spot. And so I think she's.
It seems like, though, from your perspective, that she's doing really well with it.
Yeah, she's great. Oh yeah.
I feel like you two have similar personalities too. Like you're both kind of spunky country girls.
Yeah,
I
think musically it's a really great match. It's like what other mainstream country tours would be a better match than this? I mean, I can't name one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when this happened, it was definitely a dream, and I think that she's got a little fire, and so do I, and that's what I love about her. And I really respect her music too. I love her music. I'm a fan.
Has she given you any advice in terms of like moving into this new phase, and as your star rises, things get bigger, and any advice that you've held on to?
I think, I don't think she's given me any specific advice other than us just chatting and her making me feel really welcome and making me feel comfortable kind of doing my own thing, which is something she's always done. And so I think more than anything, she just sets an example, and I'm able to watch her every night and be like, all right, yeah.
All right, we have something very fun for you this morning. Watch this.
It is possible that person has always been you. Courtney Lynn Myers, will you marry me?
Hey, it's Nathan. We have a special deal just for you.
Well, that is one Super Bowl-worthy proposal. Chris Gargiulo went big for his now fiancée Courtney Myers by pulling off a unique proposal in a commercial that aired during Super Bowl 51. The happy couple have been together for 5 years. So when Chris was ready to pop the question, he went to Northeastern Fine Jewelers, who are holding a contest called Surprise Super Bowl Proposal. Chris, of course, entered the contest drawing and found out last week that he'd won. So for the video, Chris had to go to the store to record the commercial and had 10 seconds to say whatever he wanted to Courtney. Chris told everyone watching that, quote, finding the one you're supposed to be with is possible. Then I told Courtney that she was the one. And Courtney just told ABC News that she was in shock, did not see it coming, saying it's definitely unique, but if you knew him, you would know that's perfect for him. He loves the Super Bowl and go big or go home is his motto, so he definitely lives up to that. Very cute. The couple was surrounded by friends for the big moments, and they hope to wed in the summer of 2018. Well, what an engagement to remember.
I want to be able to help other people like myself, you know what I mean? Entertainers, creatives, if I can have that kind of, you know.
All right.
So stay in the entertainment realm.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you checked
but not always in front of the computer, and not always in front of the camera.
So not entering politics or anything.
Oh, I definitely could see that too.
We're not ruling anything out. We are
Nothing's
not
ruled
ruling
out,
anything
girl.
out.
So maybe President Keke someday?
We'll see.
You know. Fake shirt, I'm popping the fake shirt.
Okay. President Keke would definitely have our vote, I believe.
For sure. Well, Keke Palmer is only 23 years old, but she's already an accomplished actor, TV host, activist, fashion icon, and now author.
That's right. Her new book, I Don't Belong to You, Quiet the Noise and Find Your Voice, is great, and it's our Toyota People Pick of the Day.
Yeah, and when we just sat down with Keke, she dished on the book and also how fame makes dating much harder. Watch this.
Dating is very hard in the industry, you know, whether you're dating someone that is also in the industry or not. I know in the industry you're always wondering, is this person just trying to date me for my brand?
Right.
You know, is this whole link up? But a lot of times guys do, and girls do too, I imagine. You just got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
Dating is not easy.
Yeah, all right. What do you, so I guess just, let's imagine it's a person that's really into it. What are you looking for in a partner? Like what is the quality that he must possess?
Confident in themselves, you know, definitely confident in themselves and what they want to do, their dreams, you know, ambitious, but funny, because I'm a very goofy personality, so it's like, if you got no sense of humor, it's just like,
Let me tell you what, though, it's going to be a competition of who's more funny. That dude is going to have to be really funny.
He really is going to have to really be funny.
You have to be able to yield.
This will be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
You never know.
I feel like it'd be very intimidating to date someone like you because you're so hilarious. Like,
that makes me so mad when guys think that I'm intimidating. I'm always like, I'm very nice. Like, I'm not intimidating.
In the book, you open up about feeling isolated, guarded, going to therapy, the whole deal. Fans have really responded to it. What has been the most moving thing that you've maybe heard from a fan reacting to what you've opened up about?
You know, when they start talking, like I was actually at my first book signing here in New York, and, you know, one of the girls said I was literally about to just, you know, call it all off, you know, pretty much talking about suicide. And I understand her feelings on that, you know, because I discussed that in the book. And it's that moment you've been waiting for. Not to say you want other people to feel that way, but just as I felt alone, to hear that after she read my story and heard about what I was going through, it allowed her relief. Like, that's all that I could dream of doing, because I know that dark place. And so for her to say, you know, I was there, but hearing how you got through it, it pulled me out of it. It's just like, oh my gosh, thank you. It made me feel relieved.
Well, she really is inspiring, and when we talked with Keke, she also opened up about her recent dispute with Trey Songz. Watch this. You made headlines recently. Let's break this down. Recently, after saying that Trey Songz used your likeness in his recent music video without your permission. That was the statement, whatever. The video has been taken down. You said on Wendy Williams that specific issue has been resolved. But for you and others, it brought up this issue of women having to deal with sexual intimidation.
Yeah.
What, is that something, I guess, what's your advice for women in Hollywood who are dealing with that? And is that something you still feel like you deal with?
I feel like, you know, I would hope that, I think it's a female in life who will experience that. And I imagine guys would too. Y'all seen the movie Horrible Bosses. Right. But, you know, the advice would be to say how you feel. I think in any situation where you feel as if you're being treated in a way you're uncomfortable, or you're in an uncomfortable situation in general, the best thing is always to be honest and to say how you feel about it. If I could say what I would do in a situation again like that, I would literally just call it out. Like, look, this is what's going on. This is how you make me feel. If that's not what's going on, just know you need to stop.
Just say it when it happens.
Say it when it happens.
Nip it in the bud, and it's done.
Yeah,
all right.
Even if it's weird.
Good advice. Always love having Keke around. Stay with us, guys. We've got more Christie Brinkley and her beautiful daughters on the beach, plus Selena and The Weeknd are heating things up again. We've got new details. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in people. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, the adventures of the royal dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks.
I do think it's an advancement on the first, and I think we ramp things up a bit, and it's sexier, and it's, you know, we get to know more about the characters, and the story develops in quite a thrilling way, and there's characters that are introduced that shake things up, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it.
It looks like Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele are back and steamier than ever in the second installment of the addictive three-part trilogy, 50 Shades Darker. Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, who play Christian and Anastasia, opened up to the AP about the intensity of the second film, but also dished on the looming end of the sexy series. That's right, although the sequel is just hitting theaters in a few short days, the cast and crew wrapped up filming the third movie, 50 Shades Freed, almost a year ago today. When asked about the mood on set during that last day of filming, Dakota noted how the sky was literally gray, while Jamie reflected on the series' bittersweet end. Watch this.
We were shooting a scene that was a sunrise scene, and truly, the sun was supposed to come up at 5:45 in the morning, and at 6:45, 7, it was not coming up, and it was as though it was going to be the one day of the year in the one day in the history of the world, of planet Earth's existence, that the sun never came up. And it would be the last day of filming 50 Shades, and we would never finish. That's what it felt like.
You know, we were quite emotionally fraught anyway, just from the end of, 6 months of filming it, and the emotional goodbye of this, and the fact that it was 6:30 in the morning and we'd be filming all through the night. We were just in quite a delicate headspace. So it was kind of weird. It's bittersweet finishing any job, I think, but especially one that has been a series and you've lived with the character for a long time. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I think it'll feel really weird next year when we're promoting Freed, having put it to bed quite a long time ago, so. But yeah, bittersweet, I think is the way to say it.
Oh, well, don't worry. We don't have to wait too long and get too sad about the series ending just yet. 50 Shades Darker hits theaters this Friday, February 10th, and we still have a year to go for 50 Shades Freed. Well, speaking of steamy romance, things are continuing to heat up between Selena Gomez and The Weeknd. Yes, the pop singing duo were spotted getting cozy Monday night in LA, flaunting their romance just a few days after the romantic Italian getaway. A source tells People they walked in holding hands and were very cozy together. They looked very happy together and were escorted to a private back table. Selena looked beautiful in a long black trench coat. After dinner, the duo snuggled up before leaving the hotel together in a Bentley. A source revealing to People she was hugging him from behind and they could not keep their hands off each other. Oh, young love. Looks like Selena can't keep her hands to herself. But despite the PDA, the duo's romance is still pretty new. Selena and The Weeknd had one of their first public dates at Dave & Buster's. 2 days later, they traveled to Italy, and then the queen of Instagram confirmed the relationship after posting a now deleted black and white video of The Weeknd. Guess we'll have to wait and see where these two end up next. All right, moving on to this.
The awesome part about this tour, the Darkness and Light tour, is my family is coming along. So this will be Luna's first tour. She's going to be on the tour bus with me. She's going to be at the venues maybe during the day, but not at night during the show. But she'll be there, and so I won't have to spend a lot of time away from my family. Chrissy will be there, of course, as well. And we're going to be out on the road together. This will be our first time really doing an entire tour together, and this will be Luna's first tour. So that's the subtitle of the tour. Darkness and Light Tour, subtitle, Luna's first tour.
It looks like John Legend and Chrissy Teigen's adorable daughter Luna is hitting the road. Yes, during a Facebook Live session Monday night, Legend revealed how Luna and Chrissy will be coming with him on his upcoming Darkness and Light tour, which kicks off May 12th in Miami, Florida. The tour ends June 30th in New Orleans, but John certainly seems excited to have his wifey and baby girl by his side through it all. Of course, there might be one little problem once Chrissy joins the tour. The couple have very different TV preferences. Watch this.
If it were just me watching television all day, I would watch sports and the news with a little comedy thrown in all day. And she would probably watch not the sports, definitely, a little bit of the news, and plenty of comedy, but with a lot more housewives.
Well, don't worry, John. I'm sure Chrissy will bend a little bit with those housewives. Well, speaking of Chrissy, the outspoken model just told Entertainment Tonight that she wants more kids, revealing that a boy will be next for sure. Well, we certainly cannot wait for that. And if you want to catch the legend Tegan fam on the tour, tickets go on sale this Friday, February 10th. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
It was a night filled with tears. The tears were flowing on the latest Bachelor episode.
Yeah, most of them coming from Nick himself. Well, we're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, we're breaking down all the other drama with our favorite Bachelor ladies. Welcome back, Kayla Quinn and Olivia Caila. Hello.
We've all got our cute emojis ready. Facebook Live, get ready to react along with us. This is our favorite thing in the world. The episode started with jilted lover Taylor's swift return to give Nick a warning. Watch this.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Quickly.
Give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So awkward. So, okay, Olivia, I mean, after Taylor warns Nick that Corinne is a lying fake, he swiftly sends her away. I mean, do you think that he took any of what she said to heart?
No. He was like, I dumped you already. Why are you here? What's your name again?
Yeah, right. Well, Kayla, were Corinne's chances hurt at all, do you think, by Taylor's confrontation?
If anything, it made it better. They had something to connect with, someone to, like a villain to root against.
That's totally true. It kind of like don't give them more to sort of bond over, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, but Taylor had to get her words in.
I know. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after a rose ceremony that saw the end of the road for Josephine, Jamie, and tragically everyone's favorite dolphin trainer, Alexis, who's so sad to see her go, Nick and the remaining women flew to St. Thomas, where Kristina got her first one-on-one date. So the Russian adoptee opened up to Nick in a really big way. So Facebook Live, let us know what emoji best captures your feelings about this scene.
And I broke her rule of not having anything to eat for the whole day. And she screamed like, get out, and it really felt like she meant it. So I left.
Yeah, we got the sad emojis and the heart.
Ooh, heartbreaking.
Oh, I mean, sorry.
No, but the heart can be loved for that. Kayla,
I loved the moment.
Kristina goes on to reveal that she got adopted into an American family after 7 or 8 years in an orphanage. It's a really compelling story and a heart-wrenching story and all these different elements. What do you think her odds are with Nick now?
I think she really opened up and made herself vulnerable. This is the kind of vulnerability he's looking for, not just like a sexual foot. And so I think she has really high chances now.
I did too. I felt really good about that for her.
I know, she was so open. Yeah, Olivia, what do you think her chances are? I mean, does it also help that she has a lot of siblings like Nick does?
I just think they had a lot in common, and they come from such different worlds, but I really liked their connection. She's good.
Yeah, we've got her eyes out.
It didn't feel like she was spilling her story just to like use it. It felt like she was actually just telling him about herself.
Yeah,
it was really real. All right, after the date with Kristina, it was all downhill for Nick after that point. He followed the whole thing up with a group date that included the most uncomfortable game of beach volleyball ever played in the history of the world. But the most uncomfortable part of the date was when Jasmine, who was frustrated, very frustrated about not getting a one-on-one, really choked when she had some alone time. Let's see what you guys think about this clip. Facebook Live, watch.
Apologize for, I know it's hard. And I don't.
Sucks, but it put you in the chokey.
Now it's a name for
I feel like this is the Olivia face, and you're like,
This is Nick's face as he's gasping for air.
Yes,
Jasmine is choking.
Please end it.
It was so uncomfortable. I had to rewatch it a few times.
The chokey.
So Nick sent Jasmine home right after this. So uncomfortable for her. But what was going through your mind when you watched this scene?
My whole thing was this is like middle school. It's like everyone's in the sandbox. Everyone's getting really upset. They all go have temper tantrums, and then she's acting out.
She was definitely acting out. And then she had like a hint of like what might work, as we were talking before, that like maybe like I'll put this out there, like maybe this little weird like sexual thing. He did not go for it, and she did not take the cue.
She does not read signs well.
No,
Seriously.
I know. I feel bad for her. I mean, this was a complete meltdown.
It was. And Olivia, so group dates, obviously they're very stressful, especially this late in the game, but is this the worst Bachelor sort of spin out meltdown we've seen? How do you think Jasmine ended up so wound up here?
I think it's hard to be the one who never gets a one-on-one. I was her. I never had that desperate of a meltdown, but I did understand. It's frustrating to just constantly be passed up. You were like, why am I here? I think this was her last-ditch sexual effort.
Look, she needed a dramatic moment, right?
I mean, it was self-destruction from the get-go.
Yeah.
She's promoting 50 Shades of Grey, the sequel. She's like, maybe we could film it first.
Yeah. When you were on the show, though, what was your most Jasmine-like freaked-out moment that you had?
Vegas. Dancing on stage and then having a total meltdown in a room by myself. I mean, that was my meltdown.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I've been there.
Did you have one, Kayla?
I think when I was on the bamboo raft, I with him. I was like talking in circles. I was so confused, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just like really upset.
Bamboo rafts have a way of doing that to people. You just
Yes.
you lose your bearings. After the group date, Nick is visibly shaken for the rest of the episode. We actually saw a side of him we haven't seen this entire season. He goes on a 2-on-1 date with Danielle L. and Whitney. After quickly sending Whitney home, he still doesn't feel right. Ends up sending Danielle L. home too. Spoiler alert. Just as the remaining women realize what has happened, Nick comes in to explain himself to them. Get ready to click those reaction buttons, Facebook Live, and tell us what you think of this crazy little emotional moment.
Terrified that's not gonna happen. So, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I gotta get going.
Like some of the girls look sad. Some, I mean, the looks on their faces say a lot.
Yep.
Olivia,
Yeah.
do you think that Nick getting this vulnerable with them helped or hurt him?
Well, the thing is, there's 6 people left, I think, right? 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
To see the Bachelor come in at that point and say, oh, I don't know about this, that's like, uh-oh, we're getting low on people here, so if you don't get the vibes, this is not good.
I give it a thumbs up for him being real for a second
Yeah.
there, but also a kind of like, oh, scary face, because some of those girls were like, what are you doing?
Are you
Like,
leaving all of us?
Are you leaving? And like, why are you crying? I don't know. I just felt like they weren't ready for it, some of them. Anyway, Kayla, at this
I
point,
feel like we all feel just sad for him.
Yeah.
In the
It's like,
situation.
Yeah.
he's even rewatching it.
come on. Anyway, Kayla, at this point in the season, it's very stressful, obviously, for everyone involved. Were you surprised to see Nick end up this uncertain at this point?
I'm not surprised because all these women are telling him they love him, and if he's unsure in any way, he's like, why don't I feel this way too? But we all fall in love at different times. And my thing is, he just needs affirmation. These women need to like stand up, tell them like, you're my man, you're doing a great job, because he is being vulnerable and he needs some affirmation too.
All right.
I don't know though, Danielle. I'll try to do that, and she's gone.
True girl
The episode ends in a bit of a cliffhanger. I mean, Olivia, do you think that Nick's gonna recover? Is he gone?
Okay.
Is he gone, or is he gonna end up proposing one of these women at the end?
He just walked out of the hotel.
He is not
coming
gone.
back. Like,
Do you think he will propose by the end of the show, though?
I'm not getting the vibes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the proposal vibes, but let's
I'm
be
not either.
He can't leave. He's not going to leave the show.
pick one.
I love that
But
they're
no, he
touting
just
it like,
went to
will
take a
he ever
shower,
return?
okay?
Like, yeah,
Like,
he would
come
take
on.
a shower and
Yeah.
come back. Kayla, Nick's had his heart broken twice before on The Bachelor. He's talked about this several times this season. Will he be able to embrace love again? What do you think?
I think he will eventually. I don't know, maybe he's a cynic. He does seem like he's not going to fall in love, which makes me really sad.
It's kind of like, do any of these women have what he's looking for?
Yeah.
And maybe it's editing, maybe we don't know. I don't think we've seen that happen yet.
No.
Not even
I
close.
know.
No.
So.
Well, we're really lucky because tomorrow we're very excited to have Nick himself on People Now.
Yeah.
Yes, where's he gonna find us?
There it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we want to know, Facebook Live, what are your questions for Nick? And also, Olivia and Kayla, at this point, what is the number one question that you would each
You go
ask
first.
Okay.
Nick?
I think I would ask him what his love language is, because I don't feel like he's getting it.
Yeah, no, that's a good question.
That's really good.
And on the deeper level, Creed or Nickelback?
Who
Tells
knows?
you a lot about a man.
Yes.
Definitely does. What would you prefer?
Creed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Please say
so,
Creed.
yeah.
We'll tip him off to get the right answer so he doesn't get skewered by you on
Please
Twitter for
answer.
saying Nickelback.
answer
You're just setting him up for like complete devastation on social media if he
What
says
is
either
the
of
best
those.
of the worst?
All right.
Please.
Kayla Quinn, Olivia Caridi, thank you so much. As always, guys, make sure to tune into ABC's The Bachelor every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. We've been promising you more Christie Brinkley, so here it is.
I couldn't even believe my ears when I got the call that MJ wanted to shoot my daughters and me. I was thrilled.
The three of us shooting on set together was really fun.
It was definitely entertaining, a little bit of a reality TV moment. We all have our own style, and Sailor's kind of the young, new little, perfect little sporty little model. My mom is almost, I tease her that she's like ADD in terms of how much energy she has, like she literally can't stop moving. And I'm still new at this, and I was just trying to maintain my focus.
It was really interesting, like putting all of these extremely diverse personalities into one photo and trying to like get us all to work together to make it happen.
Sailors always wanted to do this. And Alexa, she just couldn't imagine that that would ever happen. And they're both just loving it.
I'm so ADD, I can't.
Alexa is amazing. We are polar opposites.
So we are so different. And I always say she's like the sunshine to my moon. The thing I admire the most about Sailor. She's fearless. The world is her oyster. She has no fear. Her beauty and her confidence is just shining right now, and I'm seeing it, you know, in the shoots.
Oh my God. It's so unbelievable.
As a family, we're obsessed with each other. Like, we just enjoy each other's company, and it's just a really fun dynamic and bonding time for all of us.
My mom just loved showing her babies off. She was so excited because she got that photo with both of us by her legs. I think it was very special for my mom.
So this is a real full circle moment for me, and I can get very emotional about this. I really can. How many years ago I was that insecure girl and hoping that, you know, I would be good enough, you know, for the magazine. So to see my daughters now having the same thoughts that I had, and to be able to see them actually be there on the job, like, definitely a big moment.
I love that so much. She's also getting a
really
little
opening
emotional.
up.
I
Yeah,
know.
it means a lot to her.
All right, guys, let's check in one more time with Facebook Live. The question of the day was, who's your favorite model? All thanks to Christie Brinkley and her daughters, who've been giving us some serious bikini goals all morning. Here's what you had to say. Lisa Marie says, boy, would like to have her body. I mean, who wouldn't? Really?
Kathy says, still gorgeous after all these years.
Yep. Tara says, Chrissy Teigen is amazing. I also like Miranda Kerr and Ashley Graham.
Laura said, favorite model is David Beckham, of course.
Okay.
She says, every time I see him on TV, I need to bend over to catch my breath.
That sounds like a personal problem. All right. We love hearing from
Oh,
Vinny.
bend it like Beckham. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. Oh, wow.
Took me a second. I just didn't, yeah.
Vinny writes, the rock of my life, Dwayne Johnson is my favorite model. Role model, male model, truly a model American.
And here's what else got you guys talking throughout the show. Wanda says, I love Miranda Lamberts.
And speaking of Miranda, Carrie says, I'd be drinking too, LOL.
You guys are pumped for 50 Shades Darker. Candy writes, Jamie Dornan can tie me up anytime.
Wow, I think I get a little frisky
Ooh, it's
on
going to get a little
Facebook
crazy.
Live.
Yeah. All right, well, keep the comments coming in. We'll read them later in the day. So as risque as you want. It would be entertaining for us throughout the day to have something to do. Coming up tomorrow, Nick Cannon joins us tomorrow. Will the father of twins share any advice for Beyonce now that she's expecting her own set? Plus, we've got even more from Jamie Dornan, who's given us the scoop on life on the set of 50 Shades Darker.
Keep that coming. All right, thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from Chris Young. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Chris Young, and this is One Last Thing. My last family vacation was actually one of the coolest things I've gotten to give as a Christmas present to my family. I couldn't think of what to get everybody, and there were certain members of my family that had never been to Disney World, and my niece turned 4 last year, so I actually got to take my entire family to Disney World, which was just an awesome experience. The last song I sang at karaoke was Sweet Caroline, because no one can resist singing along with that song. The last meal I cooked was not very complicated because it was breakfast, but it was really good. I make some killer eggs.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more People Now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.